Sacred Soul Sanctuary presents Soul Healing Poetry. Assalamu alaikum, dear souls, and peace to every soul who has found their way here. In the name of the one who softens, opens, and awakens the human heart. Welcome to Soul Healing Poetry. I am Ghulama Mustapha, and this is a space for gentle reflection, spiritual nourishment, and the healing whispers of Rumi poetry. Here, the heart is invited to speak, and the soul is invited to listen.
Welcome, dear souls, and I am so glad you're here today. And this is episode 5, Rebirth and New Beginnings. And I am your host, Ghulama Mustapha. So change can be beautiful, and also it can be terrifying. Even when change is something we ask for, prayed for, or work towards. When it actually arrives, it often brings fear, uncertainty, and grief for what we're leaving behind. Try and remember a time when change occurred in your life and what feelings were going on in your body. I remember on many occasions, like when moving cities, that anxiety of moving to a new city, the unknown, not knowing, always tends to make you feel a bit anxious. But Mawlana Rumi offers us this simple wisdom. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. So not everything falls because it's failed. Some things fall because the season is complete. It's like people, friends. They come in and out of your life. And you'll notice that some will stay and some won't. So their season is complete. But today we're talking about rebirth, new beginnings, and how to move through change gently, without forcing courage or pretending we're not afraid. As quite often we do that, don't we? We pretend we're not afraid, when really we are. I'd like to start with a poem by Mawlana Rumi. Why are you so busy with this or that, good or bad? Pay attention to how things blend. The world is formed from movement and rest. When you let go of who you were, you become who you're meant to be. Mawlana Rumi is telling us that rebirth isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It happens when you're still afraid. I'll let that poem sink in for a while. And we're going to open today's episode with a breathwork practice. And it's called Letting Go and Stepping Forward. So, let's take a moment together. And if it feels safe, gently close your eyes. If not, soften your gaze. Place one hand on your heart and another on your stomach. Take a slow breath in through your nose and release it gently through your mouth. Again, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And as you breathe, silently say, it's okay to be afraid. Fear doesn't mean to stop. It means something important is changing. Now, we're going to do the leaf breath, which is all about letting go. So, inhale through your nose for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through the mouth for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Imagine old leaves gently falling from a tree. No force, no struggle, just release. Now repeat this one more time. Inhale through the nose for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through the mouth for 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you release, say, I release what no longer serves this season. Now, shift your attention downward. As you're inhaling, imagine roots growing from your body into this earth, steady and supportive. And as you exhale, feel your body soften and settle into that support. So when you breathe in, say, I am supported. And as you're breathing out, say, I don't have to rush. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine roots growing from your body into the earth. Now, exhale for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel your body soften and settle into that support. And say, I don't have to rush. Now, imagine yourself standing at the edge of something new. When you inhale, say, I am open. And as you exhale, say, I take the next step. You don't need to see the whole path. You just the step you're on. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am open. And exhale for 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I take the next step. Now, take one final slow breath in through the nose and release it through the mouth. If your eyes are closed, slowly open them. Carry this with you. Change doesn't need force. Rebirth doesn't need certainty. And beginnings arrive when you soften enough to receive it. The breath is your companion, and whenever fear and possibility walk together. Now, I had a friend called Nadia, and she was standing at the edge of a career change. From the outside, it looked really exciting. New opportunities, new direction, new growth. But inside, she's afraid. She keeps thinking, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I lose my sense of security? And what if I don't recognize myself on the other side? So she clings to what's familiar, even though it no longer fits. But Mawlana Rumi reminds us, every ending is a new beginning, even when the ending feels like loss. So Nadia began to realize something important. She isn't afraid of change. She was afraid of releasing the old version of herself. So fear doesn't mean don't go. It often means this matters. You don't need full certainty to take the next step. And letting go can be slow, respectful, and compassionate. What my friend learned was she doesn't have to leap. She can take one honest step at a time. Change doesn't demand bravery all at once. It asks for willingness. And I'm sure you can recall a time in your life when this happened to you. Now, there was Sumi, who just moved to a new city. New streets, new faces, new rhythms. At night, the quiet feels louder. The unfamiliar feels heavy. He wonders if he made a mistake. But in moments like this, Mawlana Rumi whispers, the breeze of change carries you home, even when you don't recognize the road. Sasami learns that disorientation is part of becoming. He doesn't rush himself to feel settled. He lets the city reveal itself slowly. One cafe, one walk, one conversation at a time. So feeling lost doesn't mean you chose wrong. New beginnings need time to root. And you don't have to belong immediately. Arrival unfolds gradually. Change doesn't ask us to know everything. It asks us to stay open. Now think of a time when this happened to you. What were the feelings that were occurring? And if it was now that you knew what Mawlana Rumi would whisper, would you feel different? And what would you do differently? I have my own poetic reflection on Mawlana Rumi's poem. I shed the old, embracing the new. Through my hands still remember what I held. Each step forward feels uncertain, yet the path rises to meet me. So take a breath. You don't need answers, only honesty. So what change are you resisting right now? What are you afraid you might lose? And what part of you is ready to be born, even if you feel unprepared? You might want to journal the answers. You might want to sit quietly and reflect. Or you might simply notice what stirs when these questions you ask yourself. As we close today, dear souls, I want you to remember, every ending is not an erasure. It's a doorway. You don't need to rush through it. You don't need to be fearless. Walk forward gently. Carry what matters. Trust that what's falling away is making space. Every ending is a doorway, and you are allowed to step through with courage, fear, and hope all together. So until next time, be kind to yourself as you become, and I look forward to sitting with you next Friday, where we will discuss how Mawlana Rumi wisdom on beyond right and wrong, conflict, ego, wounds.
As we come to the end of this sacred moment, let your heart carry what you felt today, and join me next Friday for another journey into the soul. More Mawlana Rumi poetry, more whispers, more guidance for the heart. Until then, keep following the light within.